Jack lived with his widowed mother in a crooked little cottage at the edge of the valley. They owned nothing but a cow named Daisy, whose milk was their only income, until the morning she stopped giving any. With no other choice, Jack's mother sent him to town to sell the cow for whatever he could get. On the road, Jack met a curious old man in a cloak patched with every color of spring. The man eyed Daisy, then Jack, and smiled. "I'll give you something far more valuable than coins," he said, holding out 5 mottled beans that shimmered faintly. "Magic beans," he whispered. Jack, both hopeful and naive, agreed to the trade. But when he returned home and showed the beans to his mother, she was horrified. "You sold our last cow for this?" she cried, throwing the beans out the window. Jack went to bed miserable, wishing he could undo the entire day. At dawn, he woke to a shadow over his window, vast and twisting like a green tornado. Outside, an enormous beanstalk had grown overnight, its stalk thick as a tower and its leaves big enough to serve as umbrellas. It pierced the clouds and continued upward beyond sight. Without thinking too long about danger or sense, Jack began to climb. Through clouds cold as fog and bright as snow, he emerged into a world above the sky. There, stretching across a great plain, stood a huge stone castle. Jack approached cautiously, slipping through the half-open door. Inside the hall lay a giant's treasures, piles of gold, a hen resting on a golden perch, and a harp carved with delicate, living eyes. But soon the ground quaked with the familiar rhythm of giant footsteps. "Fee-fee-fo-fum!" thundered a voice. "I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack hid behind a massive pot as the giant stomped in. After grumbling and searching, the giant eventually settled at his table with a meal fit for an army. When he finished, he barked, "Bring me the hen." The golden hen hopped onto the table and clucked. "Lay," he commanded. To Jack's amazement, the hen produced a perfect gold egg. When the giant finally fell asleep, Jack crept forward, snatched the hen, and raced down the beanstalk. His mother could hardly believe her eyes. With the golden eggs, they were safe for the first time in years. But Jack's curiosity tugged at him. A few days later, he climbed the beanstalk again. This time, the giant returned home with the enchanted harp. "Play," he ordered, and the harp's strings shimmered with a gentle, sorrowful song that lulled the castle into drowsy peace. When the giant slept, Jack grabbed the harp, only for it to cry out, "Master! Master!" The giant jolted awake and roared. Jack fled, the giant pounding after him, shaking the very clouds. Jack slid down the beanstalk so fast his hands burned. The giant clambered after him, roaring threats that rattled the valley. "Mother, bring the axe!" Jack shouted the moment his feet touched the ground. His mother dashed out with the axe, and Jack swung with all his strength. The beanstalk shuddered, cracked, and toppled. The giant plummeted with a final bellow, vanishing into the earth with a quake that sent birds scattering for miles. With the golden hen and the harp, Jack and his mother lived comfortably for the rest of their days. Jack never forgot the climb into the sky, nor the lesson that courage, mixed with a bit of luck, could lead to wonders far beyond the clouds.